Previously on Let's Play Gladius, 2003 for the GameCube Vanilla Plus mod. Long ago, a war raged against the Dark God. Thanks to the sacrifice of the Queen of the Valkyries, the armies of Nordog and Imperia defeated the Dark God and buried his remains beneath a temple. Sometime later, a prophecy by the Galder revealed a daughter would be born to Orin, king of Nordog, that would bring ruin to the world. Orin had a son instead, so the Galder shrugged and left. And then Orin had a daughter too, so he hid her away from the sight of the pesky Galder. The twins, Erlin and Ursula, grew up and inherited Orin's gladiator school. Erlin was hesitant to include Ursula due to her mysterious powers. Erlin and Ursula built their school up, cutting their teeth in the swamps of Fliuk, the glorious pit of Ronor, and the frigid mountains of Vargen. They were joined by Jeannie, a javelin-throwing Gungnir in tune with nature. Gracie, a disgraced bandit from Imperia, proving her worth in the games. And Iar, a nonchalant yeti sent by the elders of Vargen with a cool attitude and affinity. While they were fighting in the games, someone stole the heart of the Dark God from the temple, which is probably fine, it's nothing to worry about. We now rejoin our heroes as they enter the fiery caves of Mordare's den. Hello, breadfiesta here, and welcome back to Let's Play Gladius 2003 for the GameCube Vanilla Plus mod. Last time, we completed the tournament in Vargen and moved on to Mordare. So we're moving from cold to hot, much like how in real life, the summer stopped being hot and is now kind of cold relative to summer here in where I live. So we're going to jump into Mordare, and we're going to compete in the leagues there, win the tournament, and everything's going to be great and perfect and good. I was woken up at 3 a.m. today, so just to give context to kind of where my head and mind and body are at. If you score a critical hit, your opponent will not be able to defend your attack. We're not talking to you, Sorsha, actually. I just remembered you're kind of a bad person. Also, this is kind of like an Imperia background that we have for Mordare. I feel like the game sometimes gets confused, so that's fine. We're competing in Mordare, and I'm tired and or discombobulated. We have some options here. We have another Circle of Elites Tier 1 that we could compete in. We obviously know a lot about the history of the Circle of Elites. Here we can win a Jackal Pelt, a Fremia, which is a spear I think we already have, a Confortari, which is the people's answer to the Consinesco. It's a decent starting helmet. We'll probably end up using it for a long time. And another banded shield. These are good to have. Okay, and some money. We've got the Dragonheart Opens, the open league here, where we can get a Crowbill, which is like a hammer. Another plated band, those are good. Another Jackal Pelt, and the Kanaz, which is the rune stone for the fire affinity. It is made of flint. Cool. Lots of money in this one. We have the Test of the Tribes, which we already started competing in, which we know about. And we have the Weird. Weird, I think is. You'd pronounce it like weird, as in like it's strange. And in here we can get a collar, a scalp, a beak, and a flask. I'm guessing this is a beast league. Perhaps it's the constant reminder provided by the giant dead dragon within which the arena lies. But spectators at Mordare have developed a keen taste for the supernatural. This trend has proved so popular that the arena now offers an entire league in which humans are not allowed to compete. This is a problem, since we only have one non-human in our school. So we'll have to think about that one. We're also going to need 8 cups for Mordare, so we're going to have to do a bunch of these. We've also got this Dead of the Night, but the dead only rise at night, so we can't do that right now. It's daytime. I think I'm sure we already talked about the primitive. Okay, so this is why we don't like Sorsha. If you'll recall from the last episode, Sorsha is really problematic when it comes to the Berserkers. They regard Mordare as a holy place, while many might view arena combat as an intrusion into a religious pilgrimage. The tribes find it quite convenient, as their religion revolves around the ecstasy of battle. I think we read this already. Yeah. So I think we'll just continue with the test of the tribes. I've spoken at length. Alright, Sorsha returns after being intimidated by Ula. Remind me to keep my mouth shut next time, gladly. Maybe just don't talk to us, Sorsha. So we did the 3v4 Sacred Battle. We've got a 2v3 and a 2v4. So those will be fun. In fact, they'll be so fun, we're going to do them now. Okay. So it's all going to be Berserkers, which we already know their gimmick. They're light classes. They turn into heavy classes if they rage. So like our best option is to use Ursula and Erlin. But since they can change, it might be not a bad idea to also bring like Genie. Who do we want? Erlin. I think we're going to do Erlin and Genie. Even though, as previously indicated, I do ship Erlin with Gracie. So perhaps this can be a little side story where maybe Gracie gets a little bit jealous. Even though Erlin is not super kind to Imperials. Let your fan fiction play out in my brain. Let my fan fiction play out in your brain. Maybe it's more appropriate. Let's go ahead and put Erlin here and Genie here. This is good. Who is Eris, the Air Affinity God? Great. I decided to do like that intro thing because I want Let's Play Gladius 2003 for the GameCube Vanilla Plus mod to be accessible to anybody. Like, that you don't have to start from episode 1. Because really, it's Gladiator games. You should be able to join the season at any point. So, yeah, that's why I want to be able to reintroduce the key points of the plot, just in case they happen, and somebody starts watching from any Monday episode.
In the name of King Orin.
That is the guy. Alright, we're going to have Erlin approach, and Genie, they're now in range. Now, if only we had just like one more range, that would be perfect. Because this would hit... Exploding Javelin is kind of weak, though. Long throw 3. Rosspal, they're all going to get to go again before Erlin. So I feel like hitting you might be best. The idea here is that... Oh, we got Y twice. Okay, well, we didn't even defeat him. The idea was that if we had defeated him, his corpse would have fallen and sort of blocked the way for the other Berserker. We do not have riposte for Erlin. So... Oh, wow, that was actually a lot of damage. I wonder if Berserkers have Backstabber. No, I think it's just that guy's really strong. Okay, so what's our best plan here? I kind of want to engage with Pal, and then Genie can hit them from the back, but also it might just be a better idea to defeat Ross. We also have break defense, which we could just defeat one of them. Let's give it a try. Why not? Alright, it is an alternating. It is a difficult alternating. Actually, incredibly difficult. So 5 hits. It felt like there was a lot of resistance in my to the button presses. Yeah, these Berserkers are actually really strong, or maybe Erlin's just kind of weak. All right, now might be a good. Oh well. Pal will get to go. I don't think we're going to defeat Pal, so this is fine. BX, XXX, XYB. Good amount of damage, at least. We perhaps, since it wasn't going to be a killing blow, we could have just used a regular long throw. Ooh. Axe throw is a... You can use that from close range. That's interesting. One good thing about the name of King Orin, about break defense, is if we had been using an air affinity weapon, we would have, I believe... we can't really tell. It looks like we'd have enough for air affinity attack 1. We can look at our equipment later, but it's just like it's a quick way to gain a lot of affinity because it's essentially a 5 combo. Who's going next? Both of them are getting to go next. That stinks. We should just let you live. All right, don't miss. Wasn't a critical, but it also didn't miss, so that's fine. And our critical damage is up now. That's cool. Great dodge. It's decent dodge. All right. XXA, ABA. I definitely mispressed, but it ate one of my button inputs, so it worked out. And this can play into our fanfiction also, because Genie did not approach the enemy like Erlen did. So Genie can play it off as just like, oh, no, Gracie, I'm not interested in Erlen. I'm just here for the experience of the games. That's cool. We'll work on these characters. Continuing on. 2v4. We have Ula, the leader of the tribe. Gita, who we fought before. Bruce and Enri. Very colorful. A lot of fire affinity. But the affinity doesn't really matter at this moment in time. I'm going to go with Ursula and Genie this time. Because Ursula, being able to use Empower Self might be better. Like, they were doing a lot of damage on Erlen. So using Empower Self might give us just a little more defense. This is actually where I want. We're just going to do the same positioning. Oh, something we might actually try is going back here. Because behind us there's a stage, as I showed off last time, which would give us a little height advantage, which will boost Genie's damage output maybe just enough. Thank you again also to everybody who's been watching. I've had, I feel like, a great reception. I've been trying to reply to every comment. However, YouTube's moderation has been kind of... Great. The moderation has been kind of weird, so there are some comments that I just straight up can't see. Like, they're not in, like, the held comments area in YouTube. So I don't really know. I would love to reply to your comments. I can't see them. I don't know what's going on there. What's going to be the best place for Genie to stand? Probably over here. So I think we're just going to leave Ursula where she's at. Empower herself. And then Genie, we're going to have you stand here. Because that way they can't, like, try to sneak up behind us.
Die, die.
Let's not, actually. I wonder what he's saying there. Oh, that guy's going to try to axe throw. Well, that's fine. Ursula also has a move up. Like, she has the accessory to give her more range. You can see that high kick doesn't have as far of a range as regular strike. But maybe it's not a bad idea to approach the bench. Did we get... Oh, okay, so here's Blinding Flash. We can see the range here is a diamond. Radius of 2, essentially. But that's not useful to us right now. I mean, why not just bring the pressure?
Rage is failing.
Her rage is failing. She resisted that critical also, I feel like. I feel like the critical should have done way more damage. Whoa, boy. That was her critical, I guess. Okay, Shield's putting in work. Okay, yeah, Shield's still got 11 HP. That's totally fine. Totally good and great. And because we're engaged here, we can just defeat you. BX, BXY, XAA. The power of height advantage. And that's going to raise our crowd favor immensely. The crowd loves violence. Our shield and not our leg. Now our leg. He's going to throw his axe again. Okay, good dodge. Now, I kind of want to give this a try. Well, let's actually see. Spell Blast will hit all of them for like a good amount of damage. And we do need to practice this like alternating, so... Okay. It was not a critical, but it's hard. It's a challenging action command. Throwing it short range, dangerous. Can I reach you with long? Oh, I can reach you with long throw 3. All right. AA, ABB, AXX. And the last Berserker will approach. No problem. I feel this sacred battle has been very good. We don't have the ability to hide. Oh, we lost our Empower Self. I know it's like the end of the battle, but I am concerned with how much damage the Berserkers are doing. And then just a long throw 3 should be perfect. I mean, a long throw 1 would probably also be perfect. But let's give the crowd a show. YB, BAX, YYB. 210 damage. That's our new record. Write that down for the Gladius Book of World Records.
Once again, sister, you've revealed your powers to the enemy.
But it helped us win the battle, brother. How can that be wrong?
Just pray the witches do not notice your handiwork.
I will be more careful, but I will not let us lose a fight that I know my powers could help win.
I understand both sides there. Both sides make a fair and compelling argument. Yeah. We have mastered the test of the tribes. We have gotten all this stuff. We got 2 cups. We got a level up for Genie. Lots of job points. Lots of everything else. Very good. As you gain levels, remember to revisit the local shops to pick up new equipment. Having the right weapons and armor can make all the difference in battle. Yep. Well, it's nighttime now. So we have this option to do the Dead of the Night. So let's actually consider that. In the next episode, this. I've been breadfiesta. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope your day is going exactly the way that you want it to.